Now, I know a lot of you listen to these millionaire and billionaire, and sometimes they call themselves trillionaire. I know you guys listen to some of these gurus telling you exactly how to spend and save your money. And basically what they tell you is if you are not rich or you haven't gotten every single thing you want out of life, you can't spend your money on anything. If you're buying a cup of coffee, you're destroying your life. You're ruining your kids' future. You have no business having any fun or anything like that. But the reality of life is most people are never going to be millionaires. Most people are never going to be billionaires. And a lot of times it's not a cup of coffee or a vacation or some food or something like that that's going to be the difference between you being a millionaire, a billionaire, or even a trillionaire or something like that, rather than just being broke, hanging out on your mom's couch. No, there's usually a lot of nuance and a lot of ways that you can save money that don't hurt you so much. So I see this a lot, and I see people just making their lives miserable and not really getting any further ahead by trying to just save everything. So these are some of the worst ways that you can save money, and I'm gonna show you some of the best. One of the worst ways to save money is by cutting necessities. If you're cutting the things that you really actually need, I don't have insurance because I'm trying to save money. That ain't it, partner. Oh man, I just cut my electricity off because I'm trying to save money. That ain't it, partner. That's not going to help you in most cases. Most of the time, it may help you in the short term, but if anything happens now, boom, you're eating that choice that you made. You're like, oh, I was going to save some money, but then instead of saving money, you end up losing money. So that's something you want to think about before you even start cutting stuff. If it really came down to it, do I need this? Is it something that I have to have? If that's the case, don't cut it to try to save money because you're not saving money at that point. You're just not getting the things that you need, and you're probably going to pay for it later. One of the worst ways to save money is eating less healthy food. I don't have the money to eat healthy, but you got the money for that triple bypass. Oh, no, you don't because you cut off your insurance. See what I'm saying? You got to think about these things. You got to think about long-term cost also. You got to make sure that you're not cutting off something that you need, like healthy food. I see a lot of people doing this. Oh man, I just eat bad food all the time because I really don't have money. I don't really want to spend it. Stop it. Stop it. If you want, you may not get the best of the best healthy food, but you can eat things that are healthy. It may take you a little longer to cook them or something like that, but you can eat things that are healthy, and that's going to have a better long-term effect on your life, and it's probably going to save you a lot of money in medical bills and things of that nature that you're probably going to run into. Also, you got to remember, a lot of times you're eating unhealthy food, you're not getting full off of it, so you're buying more of it. Yeah, you might buy one little sandwich and it's like, oh, well, this wasn't that bad, but then you come back an hour and a half later and you buy another sandwich, or you buy something similar to that. Now you done ate 3 or 4 of these types of meals. Even if it's junk food that you just got at the crib, you're buying and having to replace that over and over and over again. One of the worst ways is not taking vacations. Oh my gosh, you shouldn't be taking vacations until you got all the money you want. What are you doing taking vacations when you're not a multi-millionaire? You're wasting your money spending time with your family and friends and trying to build bonds and build new experiences. No, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be trying to become a multi-millionaire. That way you can be lonely and you can spend the money on your cats. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you put it that way, it sounds ridiculous, right? No, if you want to go on vacation, you want to have a good time, that is not where you should try to save your money. I'm just going to be real with you. Never going anywhere, never doing anything. You may not become a billionaire. You may not become a multi-millionaire. And even if you did, in the meantime, not doing anything, not building bonds with people, not going anywhere, that may make you feel like it's not worth it once you get there. You don't know. So try to enjoy your life along the journey. And cutting off vacations and stuff like that does not guarantee, or does not even make it even any more likely that you're going to have success going forward. You got to make money to be a millionaire or a billionaire, not just save. Another terrible place for people try to save money is in your education. If you're not educating yourself, you're not going to elevate yourself. I'm not saying you got to go to formal school if that's not what you mess with. I'm saying if you're not spending any money to get education so that you have more knowledge in your head, you're making it less likely for you to be successful. Another one of the worst ways to try to save money is by not having any luxury at all. I know some people hate to see other people have any luxury. Oh, look at you buying shoes, or look at you bought this. Look at you buying Louis V bags. Look, if you can't have anything that you like to have or anything you want to have that's a material thing, the problem is you're not going to be motivated to really make that money like you think you are. If you don't have one bag, or you don't have one pair of shoes that you like, or you don't have one outfit that you like, something to say, you know what, I'd like to have more of these or something like that, 9 times out of 10, you're not really going to be motivated to get money like that. You're going to be so used to living with the lowest level standard that you possibly can, that it's going to be very difficult for you to even be motivated to get money to spend, because you've gotten used to living like a pauper. Even once you get money, you're probably not going to spend it. You're probably going to save it, throw it somewhere, and then let somebody else spend it when you die. They'll spend it within a generation and they'll forget you. That generational wealth crap, man, that don't even work for the richest of the rich most of the time. So whatever amount of money you're going to get, you're probably not really going to create generational wealth. Maybe one generation, but not 2, 3, and 4 like you think. A lot of people think they shouldn't have any leisure, can't watch a game, can't just go hang out with a friend and drink a beer or whatever. If you're trying to save your money by not having any leisure, all you're going to do is make yourself feel worse. All you're going to do is make yourself more likely to get stressed out and sick. What you have to understand is your health is everything. When you start taking away from your leisure, when you start taking away from the food you eat, when you start taking away from the bonds that you could create with other people and experiences, that's when you start cutting into your health. And that means nothing else matters. You're not going to make money if you are sick as a dog. Guess what you're going to do? Focus on getting better. That's all you're going to be able to focus on. I know people who've done the same type of thing. Work. Just drill it every second. And then they get sick. They stroke out. They have a heart attack or something like that. And now they're down. And some of them are down for years. Some of them just never recover. So you got to say, instead of stressing myself out, instead of just taking everything from myself, what can I do that doesn't cause me to have to do that? What can I do that can make me be in a situation where I can actually still enjoy my life, but save some money? A great way to save money is by getting rid of redundant charges. You will be surprised how many things you're paying for 2 and maybe even 3 times. Why? You forgot to cancel a membership, you forgot to cancel a subscription or something like that. There are plenty of things like that that you are doing right now. I'll bet you probably have at least 20, 30, 40 bucks worth of redundant charges that you're probably hitting every single month. If you stop paying that crap, think about it. Now you done save some money. Now you can get some healthy food. See what I mean? Get rid of things that you will never use, things you have never used, things you will never use. You'll be surprised how many hundreds of dollars you're spending a month on something that you have never used and never will use. Most people have at least 1 or 2 things floating around their house. They got a car sitting in the backyard you ain't drove in 20 years that you're paying insurance on. Why? It doesn't even run anymore. You couldn't even start it up. You got a boat. You ain't never been on a damn boat. Not once in your whole life. You don't even know how to drive a boat. Somebody just told you to get one. Now you got it parked somewhere and you're wasting money on that. You got all kinds of things going on. It may be on a smaller scale, it may be on a bigger scale, but most people have all kinds of things that they have around them that they're paying for and never use and never will use. A great way to save money is to stop wasting. A lot of times you're just wasting stuff. You're wasting money, you're wasting things. Buying stuff you really don't even need, don't even want. You buy stuff and you don't use all of it. Like, for instance, you got food that you just let go to waste. You overbuy food and then most of it goes bad because you don't have any idea how much food your family's going to eat from week to week. You don't have any idea what you're going to eat or what you're going to do. you're just buying stuff and just completely wasting it. If you stop some of the waste, you're not losing anything because you were wasting it anyway. So if you stop doing getting some of the overage, then you'll be in a better situation to save money going forward. Now you can buy some of the stuff you actually need and actually want. This is going to probably save you more money than anything. Parasitic relationships. If you can get rid of some of these parasitic relationships, you will be surprised. It can save you anywhere from hundreds, thousands to millions. A lot of times you are spending money on people who don't like you. They never have. You can't go on vacation because you're taking people who don't even like you on a vacation, who have never done anything for you. They never would. They'll go on vacation and go with somebody else before they go with you. But yeah, you're paying for their vacation. You're like, see, I can't afford to go on vacation. Yeah, it's because you take 6 people every single time. And those 6 people never take you. That's your problem. Get rid of your parasitic relationships. Every time you go get something to eat, you got to go get somebody else something to eat. But have they ever bought you anything? No. So think about that. If you start severing your parasitic relationships, you'll be in a lot better situation to be able to save money. Get rid of some of your vices. Things that have been killing you anyway. The doctor said you need a new liver because you drink all the damn time. Well, you could get rid of drinking and that'll save you more money, but you want to stop eating celery. I can't afford healthy food. I can't afford it. But you can afford alcohol all the time. I'm not saying that you got to just completely stop drinking. But what I'm saying is if you cut back on or get rid of some of your vices, you're going to be in a way better situation financially because a lot of times that's what's draining you. You may have a parasitic relationship with drugs. You may have a parasitic relationship with alcohol. You may have a parasitic relationship with Twinkies too. But either way, you can have a parasitic relationship with anything. And if you get rid of that or you cut back on it at least, you'll be surprised how much money you have left for some of the things you really want to do and need to do. Cut out sickness. A lot of times you're focusing on treating your sicknesses. You spending all kind of money on all these different medications for 50,000 different sicknesses you have, but you never think about, you know what? How about I start living a healthier lifestyle? How about I start spending more of my money on that food that I thought was too expensive? How about I start spending more of my money on vacations and exercising, connecting with friends? Maybe that might bring my stress level down. Oh crap, now my blood pressure went down. I don't gotta take this medicine anymore. Maybe I start eating better food and I start exercising more. Now my blood sugar levels out and I don't gotta take all of this different medicine. I don't gotta pop insulin all the time. You see what I'm saying? You might be in a better situation where you start saving money because you're healthier and it's cheaper to be healthy. That's why do you think insurance, like life insurance and things of that nature, are cheaper for younger people than they are for older people? It's because they know that younger people are often healthier and it's cheaper to be healthy. And you're less likely to pass when you're healthy. So, you got to be healthier. And if the healthier you are, the more you're going to start saving money.